Now, we are approaching the other side of this Arctic blast, so we want to take some time to check in with nonprofits working to keep animals safe. And joining me now is BARC Deputy Shelter Director Corey Stottlemyre. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning, Haley.
So before the blast, we know that BARC was giving out supplies for pet owners and volunteers were stopping by to care for the animals. So how did the shelter do?
We did really well. I know we were telling the public ahead of the freeze, we need to clear out some kennel space. Our enforcement officers are going to be responding to calls. The city's a part of the Harris County Animal Cruelty Task Force, so our officers are going to be out throughout the freeze, bringing animals in, responding to hundreds of calls that came in. So we did pretty well, though. We did close services yesterday. The mayor told non-essential employees to not come into work. We're essential, though. We're all Tier 1 employees here at the shelter. So we did come in to care for the animals, but we told the public, we don't want to encourage anybody to drive either. So we closed our adoption center, but we still had some rescue partners come and pick up animals. So we fared very well.
Well, you said that you got hundreds of calls. So about how many animals did you take in? Do you happen to know?
I'll know probably as we close out this morning shift. Our officers were working overnight. We staffed an additional, I think 6 the first night, 8 the second, and another 6 last night to respond to those calls. Ahead of a cold weather snap like this, a lot of residents start calling in saying, hey, I noticed my neighbor is leaving their animal out. We encourage the public during instances like this, bring your pet indoors, but there is the Safe Outdoor Dog Act that's in effect now for the state of Texas, and the city of Houston has adopted into its own ordinance. So we let the public know, you could face some serious fines. I know the HPD was working with us closely to educate the public on that and let them know as part of the act, you have to provide your animals with adequate shelter from the elements. So in a weather incident, that means allowing them to get out from those cold weather conditions. Safest way to do that, bring them inside.
I know you're not a police officer, but do you have any idea if anybody was issued citations for leaving animals outside?
I believe they were. Thankfully, I don't know if we had a high number of animal fatalities, but, with the incident like this, that's the risk. So we said ahead of time, this could face all the way up to arrest. Here at the shelter, we had staff working overnight as well. So when those animals got brought in, we're not just out in the field providing enforcement, but we're also caring for those animals. So our medical team was here overnight as well, caring for the animals, which thankfully, all of our kennels, I'm in the cattery today, there's a kitten meowing off to the side. Most of our animals have all indoor access. We have some in our front adoption building that get indoor-outdoor access, but we don't allow them to go outside, so they're safe and warm.
Yeah. Well, I know that, shelters, this shelter in particular is at capacity a lot of the time. It's an ongoing issue for you guys that you've got so many animals. And then I know that over the weekend, the Humane Society shared that they were caring for 33 puppies. So how are you guys doing? I mean, are you stretched thin? How are the puppies doing? Give me an update on that.
Thankfully, we worked with some of our partners to clear out some kennel space. That was very helpful, being able to move some of the animals from our kennels to our partner agencies. And Foster's Rescues stepped up, took some animals as well. So we've been doing okay. We even told the public or our rescue partners yesterday, hey, we're moving our urgent pets list. We're not going to be open. So we're going to put a pause on all operations. We have a little wiggle room, but the second we open back up, it's going to be the same message. It's a tight fit here all the time. The second we clear out those kennels, we have animals coming in to fill them right back up.
Yeah,
and
just a revolving door.
It's filling them up right now.
Yeah, and I understand that you have an upcoming microchipping event. Microchipping is obviously very important, so then you can get some of those animals just right back to their owner. So how can people find out more about how to get their animal microchipped?
We offer, as part of our wellness services, microchipping. It is a requirement. City Council 2 years ago, and we started enforcing last year, a mandatory microchipping as part of the pet registration process. Let me see if she's going to come and get in my lap now. have always required pet registration, and microchipping was incorporated as part of that. So hopefully when we get those animals that are owned, we more quickly can unite them with their owner, free up that kennel space, make sure an owned pet gets back to its owner, but also, enforce some of those city ordinances that exist about keeping your animals inside, making sure it's microchipped and registered with the city, that it's up to date, stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, Corey, before I let you go, who do you have there with you?
So this is actually one of our community cats that stays here on property.
Aww.
She was brought inside to keep out of the cold, but she's super friendly. She's been letting me hold her and more the longer I've been in here. So we think we're probably gonna impound her and make her available for adoption.
Love that.
She's always let staff pet her out in the parking lot, and we feed her. But we brought her inside because we didn't think she would do well outdoors.
Good, yeah. And I find working in TV that cats don't always like to cooperate. So she behaved this morning for you.
For sure, for sure.
All right, Corey Stottlemyre, the BARC Deputy Shelter Director. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.